YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I said that I would be back with a part 2 regarding the article that is discussing Meghan and Harry's breaking tell-all interview that they are going to be doing. I think it's at 8 p.m. I'm not sure if that's UK time or whatever, but 8 p.m. on the 7th of March. So I said to you guys that I would finish off the article. I'm a woman of my word, so let's get into it. So I'm going to carry on here, and it says, the interview with Winfrey, who is known to put stars at ease in discussing deeply personal issues, once seeing Tom Cruise jump up and down on her sofa when revealing his love for Katie Holmes. The American's ability to draw such detail out is expected to see Meghan speak about her previous miscarriage. Previously, the Duchess spoke candidly about the unbearable grief she endured in a piece written for the New York Times, but she has never discussed it in a televised interview. She recalled feeling a sharp pain in her stomach as she changed Archie's nappy, writing, "I knew as I clutched my firstborn child, I was losing my second child." Meghan acknowledged many women experience a pregnancy loss at some point in their life, but few discuss the grief that it brings. She added, "The conversation remains taboo," which I personally disagree with. I think a lot of women have discussed their struggles with getting pregnant. I know that Mariah Carey was very open and frank about struggling to get pregnant, and Gabrielle Union was very open and extremely frank about struggling to get pregnant, as was Tyra Banks, who was also very open about using a surrogate to have a child because she couldn't do it naturally. And there's loads of other women. Kim Kardashian has been very open about using a surrogate to have children. So it's not really a taboo subject to my knowledge. I think that she just wanted to have a bit of a wine fest and to get attention. I'm going to carry on anyway. Riddled with unwarranted shame and perpetuating a cycle of solitary mourning, the choice of Oprah Winfrey, whose chat show ran between 1986 and 2011, making her a global superstar, comes as little surprise to Hollywood insiders since Meghan and Harry met. The Duchess and her mother, Doria Ragland, have formed a close bond with the talk show host, who at the height of her now retired program once saw 17.3 million people tune in. In addition to attending the couple's May 2018 wedding at Windsor Castle, she is also one of their neighbours in their Montecito, California home, where they moved to an £11 million mansion this past summer. In December, the chat show queen, who is said to be worth £1.8 billion to date, shared an Instagram video in which she unpacks a basket of deliciousness of Clever Brands goodies from My Neighbour M. A spokesperson for Meghan confirmed she had made her first private investment in the woman-led wellness firm. Harry has also worked with Winfrey, teaming up together for a mental health docuseries for Apple TV+. In 2019, an interview with podcast host and journalist Bryony Gordon, Harry said the series, which doesn't yet have an air date, would unveil examples of human spirit fighting back from the darkest places. When I did your podcast 2 years ago, the response made me realise what an impact sharing my story could have, and what an impact other stories can have for so many who are suffering silently, Harry told Gordon. If the viewers can relate to the pain and perhaps the experience, then it could save lives, as we will focus on prevention and positive outcomes. The royal family has been at the heart of some of the most explosive tell-all interviews in recent history, most ending with disastrous consequences. Breaking away from the firm's long-held mantra, never complain, never explain, is always a tricky business. From you-know-what, one of the Queen's defamed sons, cataclysmic interview about his friendship with you-know-who, to the moment Princess Diana declared on television that there was 3 of us in this marriage. So it was a bit crowded. They are the moments that become etched in British television history. In November 2019, Prince You-Know-Who believed his interview with the BBC Newsnight presenter Emily You-Know-What had gone pretty well. In reality, his catastrophic performance, where he made excuses about his friendship with you-know-who and suggested he didn't sweat, spelled the immediate end of his royal life. Meghan has already appeared in her own royal documentary where she lamented her relationship with the royal firm and treatment by the media. Speaking to an ITV anchor, Thomas Brady, in South Africa in October 2019, which would pave the way for her and her husband Harry to quit their royal roles just weeks later, she admitted she was not okay. Not many people have asked if I'm okay, what I'm going through behind the scenes, blah blah blah. In the same documentary, Harry confessed his relationship with brother William was indeed strained, admitting they had good days and bad ones. The most famous of all, which Oprah Winfrey will be hoping her blockbuster exclusive will pull in ratings and attention to match, is surely Princess Diana's 1995 interview with Panorama journalist Martin Bashir. Watched by more than 22 million viewers, it is still arguably the most explosive royal tell-all. The Princess of Wales dropped bombshell after bombshell about the disintegration of her marriage to Prince Charles, speaking of his infidelity with Camilla Parker Bowles. A year earlier, Prince Charles made the jaw-dropping admission of his own infidelity. Speaking to presenter Jonathan Dimbley, Charles said he was faithful to Diana until it became irretrievably broken down, us both having tried. It was the prince's first acknowledgement of his rumoured extramarital affair with Camilla. Those interviews spelled the end for Charles and Diana's marriage and set alight a conversation as to whether the heir would ever be accepted as a king. Harry and Meghan may have more freedom now, having left the confines of the palace, but the shockwaves of whatever they will undoubtedly reverberate for many years to come. And that is the end of the article. I just want to congratulate the writers of that article, because sometimes when you read these things out, they have spelling errors, but there were none, and it was nicely written. So someone else said, I don't see how she can reveal all when she was only a royal for a cup of tea. Someone else has also said, I thought they got away so they could enjoy a private, peaceful life, but they have done the opposite. She's certainly no Diana. Someone else has said, I hope she does not follow into Diana's footsteps. Look at what happens there. Someone else has said, so much for not wanting to be in the spotlight. Someone else has also said, the slavish adoration of an overprivileged bunch of tosspots continues. Someone else has said, wonder who Meghan will turn on next. Another person has said, does Harry have any respect for his grandmother? He's doing all this, but expecting his military titles back, showing disrespect, does not gain any respect, which is true. I'll be back for another video, guys. Bye.